Can we have a moment for Donald Trump at the White House Correspondents' dinner and Bill Maher being a fucking idiot, surprising absolutely no one? Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, welcome to Can We Have a Moment? I am your host, Adam Carroll, and today we are talking about the White House Correspondents' Dinner. If you live under a rock, you will know that the White House Correspondents' Dinner had a little incident the last time we had one, a couple months ago. There was a little bit of an incident. Some, me, would say that it was a staged incident, but an incident nonetheless. So they had to reschedule because someone tried to assassinate Donald Trump, or they paid someone to run into the building with a gun. Either way, whatever. He's at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He's up on stage. He's making his speech. He's being an idiot. Here's the first clip. We got a lot of clips to get through, so here's the first clip.
But I'm probably being a little bit oversensitive. Sometimes I really do think that some of you don't like me. In fact, I read a report, I get 93% negative publicity. 93. So how the hell did I win the election by so much? Think of it, I don't think that's true. I can't believe it's 93. In the 80s maybe, but not 93. But this place is really the largest group of Trump derangement syndrome people ever put together at one time, I suspect. Some of you are lucky that our last dinner was cut short because I had brought with me what would possibly have been, I'm telling you, I had something. I was going to go after you. I feel so badly doing this. It's got to be such a letdown. Oh, yay. But your lives were really in danger the last time for an opposite reason. But on the plus side, your careers were saved, and we really do. We have a complete and total. You know, I love the words complete and total. They say, but it means almost the same thing. I said, it doesn't matter when you say it. It's called emphasis. It's called emphasis. But everyone is now really warming up. The new White House Military Center, drone port, highly protected ballroom. We have our ballroom. The windows are this thick.
Okay, number one, journalists. I'm confused as to why you would go to a dinner, this dinner, during a presidency when he is literally trying to destroy your jobs and the free press. But that's just me. Also, he starts talking about like, you're so lucky because there was a shooter because I had brought some stuff and it was gonna be a big deal and oh my god. Okay, what did you bring? Did you bring it this time? Doesn't sound like you brought it. Sounds like you're a fucking idiot. 110%. Careers were saved? Your careers were saved. Again, like, you're here tonight. Why didn't you just bring what you were gonna bring then? Oh, right, because you didn't bring anything. You're a fucking idiot. Emphasis. He started talking about emphasis. That's the part that I didn't really follow. I couldn't really understand it because he talks like he has marbles in his goddamn fucking mouth. Oh, and he has dementia. And of course he needs to bring up his fucking ballroom. I'm going to say this again because I love Kara Swisher. I think she's amazing. But she is for some reason in favor of them building a ballroom. And I seem to remember, maybe I'm wrong, when this whole thing happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner last time, she was all, see, this is why they need a ballroom. No, this is not why they need a ballroom. It's been 250 years of them not needing a fucking ballroom. They don't need a ballroom. It's not a ballroom, it's a bunker. And we all know it's a bunker. So can we stop pretending? Why are American citizens pretending? I feel like I have a frog in my throat. I don't understand why you guys just can't own up to what you're seeing with your own eyes. Here is him going after James Tallarico. If you don't know who James Tallarico, he's running for Senate in the state of Texas. He's a Democrat. He's awesome. Here we go.
James Tallarico, who hates guns, hates oil, hates sex, hates women, and who said he is, quote, a Christian who hates Christianity, Other than that, I think his platform is quite good. And that means that he's not going to do very well against Ken Paxton, who hopefully in Texas is going to win. But Telefrico, he's Alfred. You know what he looks like to me? Alfred E. Newman. You remember Alfred E. Newman, Mad Magazine? I said, that guy is Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred E. Newman. Donald Trump just once again coming in with the things that are just right in the zeitgeist. He's talking about things that everybody else is talking about. Alfred E. Newman, a cartoon from the 1950s. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Also, James Tallarico hates women. He hates sex. Have you seen his girlfriend? Fucking hot. And I'm a gay man. She's hot. You have nothing. They have not. Oh, he's not a good Christian. He's a better Christian than you. You cheated on all of your wives. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, people? What are we doing here? James Telefrico. He's also just really bad with these nicknames. But Fox News will just prop it up and be like, yeah, James Telefrico, the 80-year-old came up with a really good nickname. He's just so good at what he does. Oh, my God. All right, here's him trying to make a joke at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
But after hearing the gunshots, many people yelled, "Get down, get down," which caused Nicki Minaj to start twerking. Do you believe it? Get down. She's the only one that really understood what that meant.
Listen to all, you hear all the little seals clapping and laughing? Oh, he's hilarious. He's so funny. Oh my God. He made a twerking joke that he definitely didn't write because he's 80 years old. What a fucking idiot. And also, before we move on from the James Tallarico thing, he's running against a guy named Ken Paxton. Donald Trump just mentioned him, and I want to remind everybody that Ken Paxton, facing major backlash over a plea deal his office struck with Adam Dean Hoffman, a former attorney charged with continuous sexual abuse of a child. The charges. Hoffman was initially accused of repeatedly abusing an 8-year-old boy over several years. After the initial trial ended in a hung jury, I don't know how do you end in a hung jury. State prosecutors from Paxton's office offered a plea deal. Hoffman pleaded guilty to misdemeanors and display of harmful materials to a minor rather than facing a felony retrial. Hoffman served a brief jail term, originally slated for minimal time, ultimately serving roughly 30 to 60 days, and surrendered his law license. Under the terms of the Texas plea deal, Hoffman was not required to register as a sex offender in Texas, though he later faced registration requirements after moving to Nebraska. That's who the Republican Party is putting forward in Texas. Now, are the ladies on The View going to talk about that? No, they're probably going to spend another 3 weeks talking about Graham Plattner in Maine, who isn't even running anymore. But, all right, cool beans. Okay, let's move on. Here is Donald Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner getting absolutely humiliated with one of the awards. We'll get to the second award here in a second. Here's the first award.
This award recognizes a video or photojournalist for covering the presidency at the White House or in the field. And this year's award goes to Andrew Harnick of Getty Images. He captured the moment an Oval Office visitor collapsed during an event. And from the judges, they say this: through sharp timing, layered composition, and visual irony, this photograph expertly documents a true split-screen moment in real time. The president's orientation and posture inadvertently echo the statue to his right, while the other half of the frame is defined by movement. a truly striking image of contrast.
I mean, that looks fucking embarrassing to me. I mean, it just shows that he's a fucking idiot. And he has no empathy. It has to always be about him. There's someone who needs medical attention. And you're looking at the cameras like, yeah, but look at me. Look at me. And also showing absolutely no concern for the guy who's having a medical emergency on the fucking floor. A member of your own fucking staff. I love that. I fucking love that. Okay. Hold on. Here is the second award. This is how Donald Trump reacted for the Epstein files reporting. Here we go.
The Journal's courageous reporting on President Trump's past relationship with financier Jeffrey Epstein triggered the release of the so-called Epstein files, thousands of documents that might otherwise have remained hidden from the public. And despite the president's threat of a lawsuit, the Journal published a story about a provocative letter to Epstein bearing President Trump's signature. Trump quickly filed a $20 billion lawsuit against the Journal, revealing reporter Khadija Safdar's home address. Her family had to be relocated. The Journal was kicked off of Air Force One.
Do you hear the SEALs clapping? The little SEALs? The little Nazis? Do you hear the Nazis clapping? Like, that is... a survivor's home address was, like, released. And because this asshole filed a $20 billion lawsuit, they're all like, yes, he did such a good job! Like, they're idiots. They're absolutely idiots. So, throughout this entire award and speech and whatnot, he's just making faces. Caroline Leavitt is trying to console him. You're consoling a pedophile. Good job. Good job, Caroline Leavitt. You're consoling a pedophile. That's just congratulations. Okay, so also Donald Trump, during his speech, he went after Caitlyn Collins. Let's have listen to that one.
I want to personally congratulate CNN's Caitlyn Collins on receiving her award. It was all about me. It's a fake. She shouldn't get the award. It was a fake, but I didn't mind. I said, Caitlyn, congratulations. But it was fake. There's no question about it. But she's a young, attractive woman. She never smiles. I said, Caitlyn, do you have a smile? Smile. You have a nice position. You're at CNN Fake News. You should be a happy person. So smile, Caitlyn. Just smile. But we attack, and I thought Caitlyn had really made it big with a major new sponsorship, but then I informed her that it wasn't her on the Bud Light can. It was Dylan Mulvaney. And Dylan Mulvaney cost Bud Light $35 billion in market cap. That was the worst commercial.
Why are we talking about Dylan Mulvaney? Also, after this speech, he tweeted out this picture, this AI slop picture of Caitlyn Collins as Dylan Mulvaney in the Bud Light ad, where people went out after this Bud Light ad because they were just so offended that a transgender woman who is stunning and, yes, looks a lot like beautiful and stunning Caitlyn Collins. That is not an insult. That is a fucking compliment. They're both beautiful, beautiful women. They all went out and bought Bud Light and just fucking shot at it and burned it and all, like, it's just, and why are we talking about this at the White House Correspondents' Dinner? What the fuck? Also, bitch, give her something to smile about. You're an old melting candle. What is there to smile about? You're trying to destroy the fucking world. Absolutely fucked. It's so fucked. Absolutely insane. Okay, so here's the last clip we're going to show you of Donald Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He is just making a big announcement with a lovely red hat. Here we go.
to show just how much I care about the press, and I want to save your ratings. I'm pleased to announce my intention to, and this is somewhat of a scoop, my intention to run for a 4th term as President of the United States. I will be doing that. I will be having an official, in fact, I think I have, I won 3 times. Now I'm going to do it again. Thank you. I'm going to do it. Should be easy. I'm getting very good at running for president.
He looks like a burn victim. Like, he literally looks like a burn victim. Anyways, so yeah, he announced that he was going to run for 2028. Okay, you run for office in 2028. It's funny, you say you won 3 times, but I only remember you being inaugurated twice. So, I'm confused. And also, if this means that if you're going to run for another term, then I guess that means Barack Obama can run for another term. And I personally believe we need to fight fire with fire, so let's do that. Before we go, I want to play this clip of Bill Maher. Bill Maher, you're an idiot. Just a little clip of Bill Maher. Let's play that.
Could you see yourself voting for J.D. Vance?
Yes. If this is the Democratic side, yes. That's what I was saying to him.
Yeah.
What does my votes in play mean?
The left, first of all, you don't have a left-wing party in the United States. That is not accurate. You have a right-wing party, and you have a center-right party in the Democrats. The further right party, obviously, is the Republicans. So, the Democrats, the base, does not like Israel because they are committing multiple genocides. Bill Maher thinks that Israel, because he's all about that Zionism fucking bullshit and doesn't like the brown people, that they should be able to do it. That's what Bill Maher is saying. Can't stand this man. So he is willing to throw every community under the bus because the Democratic base doesn't want anything to do with Israel anymore. A genocidal, terrorist state/country. Okay, Bill Maher. You also just went on a fucking, like, a book tour or something a little while ago, talking about how either you've gone further right or has the left gone further left. And you're like, no, it's not me. It's the left. The left is the problem. No, dude. You literally just said you would vote for J.D. Vance, who stands for nothing. Who is a political prostitute. Stands for nothing. I think that means you're the problem. Anyways, y'all, that's all I have to say today. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. Make sure you're subscribing. Share this video with your friends. And we'll talk later about how stupid America is. Bye. It's also Eugene's birthday today. Eugene, is it your birthday? It's your birthday! I don't know if you just saw him if I moved away in time. Come here! Come here! Come here! Ah! Come up, come up! Ah! Ah! Okay, y'all. See you later.